Niggas love DBZ. Niggas love Vegeta, you know what I'm saying? And Vegeta is like one of the hardest characters. Today we're gonna talk about the parallels between DBZ and black people. Now, I don't know why other niggas relate to the sayings, but I'm gonna give you the motherfucking historical reason. I don't know if you motherfuckers forgot, but sayings are born inherently bad. They're born real violent, real savage. If you remember, Goku, when he came to Earth and Gohan found him, Grandpa Gohan, Goku was real violent as a baby till he fell off that cliff. And when he fell off the cliff and hit his head, it reset him and he became like a baby, like a sweet little baby, whatever the case may be. Now, how does this parallel to niggas? I'm going to tell you how. It starts with history. That's right line. When we started off in America, they said that we were soulless, savages. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted big, strong-ass niggas only for labor. They took us from our families, they ripped us away, and we had spoke different languages. They used that as a language barrier and an educational barrier. They fucked us over, did a lot of shit to us because physically, with no weapons, we was already ahead of them. And you can see that in sports. We excel in sports, we excel in music, we excel in politics if they let us get in. You know what I'm saying? We excel in almost every metric. And white brothers, y'all don't get mad at me because that's what the movie Get Out was about. If you like the movie Get Out, that was one of the parts in the movie, right? Of our history and our genetic makeup. So that's why you could correlate and parallel that to the Saiyans. The Saiyans was born savages, Goku was born, bad. He was born evil. So he fell on his head and then he became good. You know what I'm saying? But black people aren't born savages, but that's what they put on us. They still put that on us, as thugs. That's why a lot of black people love Vegeta. Vegeta, he knew his worth, but his worth was stripped from him, when he came to Earth and he started getting around other people in other environments. He was supposed to be more than what he was or what he became. That speech when he tell Goku, I'm going to paraphrase it. What do you know of meaningless? To live your life ruled by another, to watch your race dwindle to a handful, with the Saiyan prince, blood running through your veins. He has stolen my honor, and his debt must be paid. That was a hard line, bro. That was a hard line when he say that shit. And niggas feel that. Niggas understand what that line feel, that whole speech. I paraphrase it when you listen to the real voice actor, he do it harder. But they relate to that whole thing because our whole history, including now, has been like, they've diminished us to thugs. And all around the world, we known as deadbeat thieves, dirty. And after all the things that we achieved and excelled in, this is how you treat us, And my whole thing is confidence, putting confidence back in black people, back in black men, because we really deserve this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not an opinion. It's not delusion. It's actual statistics. It's actually history. If you know your history and the statistics, the way we made, genetically and everything, I'm not going to be on no Hitler shit and say we superior, but we have the stats to back up that we deserve to be looked at as, human. We deserve to be looked at as citizens, and America is a first world country and black people deserve to be seen like how white people are seen, but we not. They see us as dirty. Feel what I'm saying? And that shit, what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. They did us all in through history and their debt must be paid. Yeah, that shit was hard. Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like your debt gotta be paid before I leave this earth. Confidence back in black men and black women. How could black women, feel ugly or feel hideous when black men do love y'all? And then y'all walk around, you got women look like Beyonce walking around. Feel what I'm saying? Speaking of Beyonce, no disrespect to Jay-Z. Speaking of Beyonce, I saw her in that NASCAR outfit. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, don't even take a bath. Beyonce, I want it dirty. When you peel that NASCAR outfit off, that goddamn wop, it opened up like a patty melt. That's how it sound. Then when you turn it over and you flip it over to that big old booty, I don't know if it's a BBL, but when you flip it over, spread it open, hey, let that starfish relax. I'ma sniff that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Fine ass Beyonce. Black women are so beautiful. Beyonce is so beautiful. How could you ever How could you ever feel bad when you got people that look like that?